Yo, what's up? This is Stefan from Design Trip. In this tutorial we'll use drawplus to create a minimal mountain illustration. You will learn how to create your own color palette out of a photo and also how to use the pen tool and the various quick shapes. So you can of course use your own photo to create a color palette, but I'll put a link in the description so that you can download the photo I'm using in this tutorial. So let's insert a photo into the document, and then from the top menu hit generate color palette. From there choose a medium profile so that you get enough colors. And right now I'm going to fast forward the video, but normally this process takes up a few minutes. And when it's done, hit the option in the bottom which says clear document palette so that you only keep these colors in your document palette. Don't need a photo anymore, just delete it and then draw the rectangle. Now let's copy this by pressing Ctrl C and then paste it by pressing Ctrl V. Then select your element with the pointer tool and then press and hold Ctrl Shift and drag it inward. Alright. On both of these rectangles we don't need a contour anymore, so just get rid of it. And now let's give it a blue color from the swatches menu. Hit your document swatches and give it a blue color. Okay, let's go into the gradients and give it a blue to white gradient. Okay, let's draw the mountain. So select your pen tool and then just click and draw some rough peak shapes. You can adjust these shapes later, so just draw them in roughly. Next up it's the shading for the peaks, so let's select the pen tool again. And then let's zoom in so that we can actually see the peaks. And then just from the middle of the peaks, draw out some rough shading. Just make sure you hit the edges of the peaks. Again, drop the contour. And then go into your swatches and select a desaturated blue color. So now let's adjust some of the peaks with the node tool. With the node tool you can actually adjust the individual points and then just draw out the remaining shading shapes of the peaks. Alright, so next up is the foreground elements. The problem right now is that I don't see the edges of my artwork, so let's give it a contour for now. Okay, so now I want a curved line, so select the pen tool, just click on the edge of your artwork, and now we want a curved line, so click, hold and drag till you get a curved line. Now in order to get out of this curved line, press Alt on your latest point to return to the sharp corners again. Now let's go into the swatches and give it a dark blue color. So now let's draw the second foreground element. Yeah, let's give it a curved line. And for this one, let's give it a lighter color because it's a bit further away. And now we want to arrange this in the background, so use the arrange slider and place it into the background. Let's adjust the points with a node tool. So as you can see, I need to extend my mountain, so let's select the bottom points by holding shift and then nudging it down by pressing the arrow key on my keyboard. For the foreground needs some trees. Let's select the triangle tool. I actually want it to be more of a silhouette, so it needs the same color as the foreground element. We can easily do this with using the color picker and then just sample the color of the foreground element. So select the foreground element, use the color picker, and then select your triangle again, go to your color menu, and then apply the color picker color. Now, we want to duplicate the triangle by holding Control and also scaling it up by holding Control. So now select all the triangles by holding Shift and then group them. And then just copy them and change them up and fill your landscape with your trees. Let's draw the sun with the ellipse tool. And let's give it a darker orange color from your swatches. Now let's arrange this in the back with the slider. And just scale it up a bit. Now I want to give the mountain an afterglow from the sun. So from the swatches, let's give this a lighter orange color. And now I want to fade this sunlight out, so let's give it a gradient from orange to white. I don't like my shading shapes right now. So let's grab the pen tool and add some points in between the points. And then just click, hold and drag to get some curves. This makes it look a bit more natural. And right now I'm gonna fast forward and adjust the remaining shading shapes. So we're getting there, but I want to add some more depth by creating some mist. So let's add a rectangle, and before that, let's drop the contour on the artwork. We don't need that anymore. And just add a rectangle. And then go into your swatches and select a light orange color, or just the same one you used as the afterglow color on your mountain. Then let's go into the color panel. We're gonna adjust this color. So just drop down the saturation, that's the middle slider. And then also let's boost up the brightness. And let's give it some transparency. So let's go into the transparency panel. And give it a white to black gradient. This will fade it out from the top. Let's arrange it and put it in front of the mountain but behind the trees. This way it will also fade out the shading shapes. Then let's duplicate it. And this part will actually not be affected by the sunlight, so let's give it a blue color. And let's also arrange it in the back. And it's just a matter of aligning it till it fits nicely. Now I'm just gonna make some final tweaks to the colors. So to only export the illustration and not the whole document, select your pointer tool, drag out a selection and then just group all your elements together. Then go to File, Export and Export as Picture. This is the end of the tutorial. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something from it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And I'll see you the next time.